Hi guys, Olive here. I have an unboxing video for you today because I just got home and this was in the mail. After I finished up my finals, I really wanted to find a way to reward myself. So I placed a fairly large order on book outlets and it has now arrived. So it's already open because I don't particularly like wielding a knife on camera. The first book is a hardcover called Bradstreet Gates by Robin Kerman. This is a campus novel that takes place at Harvard University. 3 friends are getting ready to graduate, but just before they do, another student is murdered. I love campus novels. I love murder mysteries. This sounded awesome. It seems like it kind of has the atmosphere of The Secret History, which regardless of how I feel about that book, the atmosphere was great. So I'm looking forward to starting this one. I've actually already read this next one. It's called The Romanov Sisters by Helen Rappaport. I actually listened to this one on audiobook last year and I really wanted a physical copy of it. This is about the 4 daughters of the last Tsar of Russia, Nicholas II, and his wife Alexandra. They had Olga, Tatiana, Maria, and then Anastasia before they had their 5th child, who was a son, Alexei, who had hemophilia. This goes into depth about the personalities and lives of the 4 Romanov daughters. It was a fabulous book and I'm really happy I own a copy now. The next one is also kind of a gothic book. It's called Compulsion by Martina Boone. This is about a woman who was living with her shut-in mother for years. When her mother dies, she goes to her aunt's plantation in South Carolina. When she goes to this plantation, it becomes a prison of a different kind for her, because it is guarded by an ancient spirit who long ago cursed one of the 3 founding families of Watson Island and gave others magical gifts that became compulsions. This is the first book in a series. I was super intrigued by the premise and I can't wait to see what I think. The next one sounds so cool. It's called Mad Miss Mimic. This is by Sarah Henstra. It's set in London in 1872. There is a 17-year-old heiress who has a stutter, but also an uncanny ability to mimic anyone that she meets. This keeps scaring away potential husbands, so instead she finds herself caught up in some shady business dealings and scandal caused by opium dealers in London at the time. This one's a pretty short one and it sounds pretty thrilling, so this one is definitely pretty high up on the TBR. Next is A Guide for the Perplexed by Dara Horn. This sounds intensely complicated just by reading the dust jacket, but from what I can tell, it has to do with modern day and software engineering, but also ancient Egypt. It says this is an engrossing adventure that intertwines stories from Genesis, medieval philosophy, and the digital frontier. It's a novel of profound inner meaning and astonishing imagination. Count me in. The next one I'm pretty sure Kate Howe spoke highly of. It's called Fearcombe Manor by Kate Reardon. I am pretty much always on board if the story of a book contains a big old creepy house of some kind. I'm pretty sure this one is going to deliver that. This next one received a lot of praise last year. It's called The Book of Speculation by Erica Swyler. From what I remember, this is a gothic book about books. Someone finds this old book, which turns out to be a log from an old circus, which was reporting magical things. And I'm pretty sure that this book is delving into finding out what that book was all about. And the last book in this unboxing is Beljar by Meg Wolitzer. As you can see from this lovely shiny sticker, this is a signed copy of it. There it is. If you've been around my channel for a while, you know that I'm a big Meg Wolitzer fan. This was actually the first book that I read of hers. I absolutely fell in love with it when I first read it. I still think about this book on a weekly basis. If you've not heard of this one, this is about a young girl named Jam who goes through an emotional trauma. In order to be able to process this trauma better, her parents sent her to a therapeutic boarding school in New England. She is invited to a very special class that is by invitation only. Every term that class is held, they focus on one specific author, and in Jam's term, they focus on Sylvia Plath. They also receive journals in which they're supposed to write out their thoughts and feelings, but they all start notice that something funny is happening when they're writing in their journals. I don't want to say anything more than that, but it definitely involves some magical realism. I absolutely love this book and I'm so happy that I have it now. So those are all the books in this unboxing video. If you've read any, heard of any, have any comments about any of them, you can leave it in the comments section below. I'm on various places on social media, including Twitter, Goodreads, Instagram, etc. All links are down below. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.